Hello, everybody. I'm Faline. I'm 14 years old. Have you been to summer camps? Have you made friends there? I was lucky to find my first love at summer camp. Oh, yes. I forgot to say I was at a girls' camp. Watch this video to the end and find out how I spent the whole summer hiding my orientation from other girls. I've never liked boys in my life. My dad and mom would say, "Oh, Faline, you can't be so shy." And I wasn't shy, I just don't like guys. Well, at least I had more time to study and I became the best student in the school. For this, my parents sent me to a girls' camp. My friend Clarence was also heading there, so I wasn't too worried. It turned out in vain. I'd never been in a big girl group, so I was confused at first. The girls were friendly and a little too affectionate with each other. They held hands, jokingly called each other wives, constantly giggled and chatted with each other. A real sorority. And they were healthy, that is, very beautiful. I was confused, but Clarence said it was all right and we would act like this, and no one would think anything bad of us. And did you like those who you were not supposed to like? My head was spinning with all the attention and beautiful girls around me. And then I met her, and that was the end. I met Courtney. Courtney was, well, I don't know how to describe her. She was something. She wasn't the prettiest of the other girls, but she was great. She took care of animals, played the guitar superbly, and could make amazing jokes. I regretted that she was not in our squad and constantly tried to get close to her and her friends. It was pretty easy for me to do this. Clarence was always hanging out with new girls, not me, and no one could control where and with whom I disappeared. When we went swimming for the first time, I was incredibly embarrassed. I was always embarrassed in the school locker room, and here was a bunch of barely familiar girls, and all so beautiful and cool. I turned away, and I clearly shouldn't have done it. The main bully, Nika, pointed a finger at me and said that I was acting like a lesbian. I was ready to run away from the camp, but Clarence stood up for me. She called Nika a fool and said that I had a boyfriend in town, and I turned away because I was terribly shy. They almost got into a fight with Nika until I intervened and dragged Clarence away with me. "But why did you lie?" I asked her. "You didn't want me to get hurt?" "I know you're normal," Clarence told me. I didn't know what to say. For some reason, I was very offended to hear this. In the evening, during a community bonfire, Courtney sat down with me and asked if it was true that I was a lesbian. I was scared and I shook my head and said that I had a boyfriend in town. She could ask Clarence about it. I didn't want anything like this with Courtney. "Oh, I'm sorry," Courtney told me. She said that she was bisexual and that she would like to find a girl in the camp who would understand her. I didn't expect this turn. I kept thinking about how to fix what I'd done, and I decided to do the stupidest thing in my life. On the night of the disco, I asked Courtney to slow dance. It wasn't a stupid thing to do. All the girls danced with each other, and then I kissed her. On one side, I could hear screams of disdain and disgust, but on the other, I could hear shouts of support, something like, "Yoo-hoo! Come on, girls!" I knew I shipped them, and so on. Then I ran back to my cottage and locked myself in. The next day, the principal and my parents had to open the door. They came to pick me up because the counselors complained about my inappropriate behavior. Dad kept trying to find out what I, a humble dandelion, had done, and I kept silent and thought that I might never see Courtney again, and Clarence would refuse to be my friend. But I was wrong. A week later, Clarence came to my house as if nothing had happened. even though the shift wasn't supposed to be over yet. She said she got into a fight with Nika, who was gossiping about me, and broke her nose. By the way, here's a gift from Cam, Clarence said, and handed me. What? Was that a piece of paper with Courtney's number on it? How did she get it? But to hell with it. I burst into tears and threw my arms around Clarence's neck. After all, she's my best friend for a reason. Subscribe to our channel, put likes, and send us your fascinating life stories. And know that real friends will always accept you.